Well, let's play Mario World Geared. Now, this is the sequel to Fatal Mario World. It's still in the works. You can see there's a couple of graphical things I need to work out there. Basically, I've gotten the overworld done, and I'm starting to work on levels, so I'm just doing a quick preview. If you've played the original, then, you know, it's more of the same, mostly. I've worked on, obviously, the graphics, and that's going to be my kind of a focus in this one, mostly because I think I didn't really do it very well in Fatal Mario World. But we will preview the first level. At least the first, not. Here's an intro level. I've worked out, you know, some new mechanics to try and work puzzles around, and I think I'm going to try doing custom sprites or bosses or something. I don't know yet exactly, but I want to do more with this than I did with the original. And I think that some of the some of these new mechanics or things that I didn't really realize before that, you know, you could work with are going to lead to a lot more interesting puzzles, a lot more variety in the game, and overall I'm trying to make it better. I'm not trying to make it more challenging necessarily, but I want it to be more interesting. I want it to be something that people will remember more, and I don't want it to have kind of that chopped together feel that the original kind of had, just because it was pretty much chopped together. It was really just kind of an experiment with lunar magic. It wasn't. There's some loose ends, and I think there are still some bugs in it that I'm not really sure how to fix. But yeah, that was. So yeah, that was their first level, and I don't think I have anything else edited right now that's open. This is a castle. That's not edited. Let's not go there. It's just a small intro level. That is death. I think I was gonna make that water, but either way, that's replaced Yoshi's house. I might put like some bonus stuff in there when you get the switches or something. One of the things in this game, though, is that you don't. Yeah, I just have like goals like that set up so I can unlock the overworld. But as I was saying, one of the things that you can do in this is you can take multiple paths on the overworld, and then each one is kind of independent from the others, so it's not going to be linear. So like, here's the green switch palace, and once you get the green switch, you know, you can go to the switches in any order. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make bonuses that are actually based on, you know, where you've been so far. So there'll be secrets and, you know, free lives and items and things. And mostly it's going to be you have more freedom to choose where you want to go, what you want to do. And I'm going to try to make the levels less linear too, because I think that was a problem in the original, is that most of it was pretty straightforward. It was just like, here, if I don't know how to do this, you know, this one little area, or I'm stuck here, you know, I can't just try it a different way or anything like that. So I'm going to try and work on that a bit more. I think the Star World's broke. Yeah, it is. I'm pretty sure of that. Let's go back. Let's try. Is this not broken? Oh, there's a ghost. Let's get him. That opens that up, and you know, you can see how it works. Star Road. Oh, that was interesting. Yeah. So here's most of the overworld. Obviously the Star World, you know, I haven't changed yet. I'm gonna change the layout of it. It's probably gonna use the same tile set, because it looks very special and star-type road-ish. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with the special world yet, though. And I'm thinking I might base it on either like older Mario games and like do something that's kind of like a throwback, or do something that's I want it to be different from the rest of the game, because in the original it was kind of, I actually designed the Star World, Special World, like after maybe World 2 or 3, and it wasn't as challenging as, you know, stuff later in the game, and I wanted it to be more challenging. But, you know, as I was working on the game, and I realized that, you know, what's more challenging, what isn't, and got better at playing Mario, I kind of realized that it was not that difficult. Oh. So. Okay. And yeah, so from there I just kind of didn't touch it again. I just kind of left it where it was, even though it probably needed some work. And... oh. And we wound up with, you know, I mean, I think the first game, it's good and it's worth playing. I think that the difficulty level, along with the length of the game, kind of made people not really want to play it. And, you know, I think it was, people kind of got intimidated by how long it was. So, I'm trying to make this one a little bit shorter, and, you know, I'm not going to be repetitive with it at all. I'm going to just, you know, if you've done something once, I know you know how to do it, and then you've done that puzzle, you know, and that was probably something I should not have done as much in the original. I tried not to, because it really was an experiment, and everything was trying something new or doing something old in a new way, and that's one of the other things I want to work on, is getting, you know, a difficulty curve that's more consistent. I just kind of had like random levels thrown in that didn't really they weren't, you know, a step up or anything. It was just, here's a new idea I came up with while I was working on it, let's throw it in here. And I think that I should be less concerned with where the levels are going to go when I'm designing them, and more concerned about designing the levels and then working that out later, since it just didn't really work out, I don't think, the way I did it for the first game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be designing levels, you know, where I want them after I do that. I'll work out, you know, what should this level look like, what should be in the background or whatever, and I'll do that more after I've designed the puzzles, because those can go really anywhere. But I really just want to make it look and feel better, more professional. And what I really want to do is I want to see if there's a way to do a custom Bowser, because I haven't done that. I haven't really done anything with custom sprites before. So, oh, you know what, let's just back up. Okay. And, because I've seen some really interesting custom bosses, and so, you know, I know it's not impossible to do. So, whoa, there's a mushroom. Okay, let's take down Bowser. Okay. Oh, that's death. I don't want to do that. Yeah, even if I could just do like graphics or something for the boss, and I know that's it's probably not that difficult actually. I wanted to work on not just Bowser, but all of the bosses. I've had some ideas, because you can customize Wendy and I think it's not Iggy. I think it's Lemmy. See the one? Okay, I don't remember which one exactly, but the two of them that come out of the pipes, you can actually edit their levels, and in those two levels you can change the landscape. And there was a custom Wendy boss in Fatal Mario World, which was, I think, probably more difficult than any of the other bosses in the original game. And, you know, obviously it was supposed to be. And I kind of built on that in my experimental, you know, training ground ROM. Which I'll probably link to in the description if you guys want to try it out. Basically it just kind of teaches you some of the lesser known or lesser used mechanics and gets you to, you know, to understand how and why they work a little bit so that you can expect it in a game. Because I think that a lot of people never figure out how to do a puzzle just because they aren't aware of a certain mechanic, and you're not supposed to see that. Don't look. Okay. Yeah, that was really one of the issues with the original, is I think some people, they would get stumped by something that they didn't really understand, and it wasn't supposed to be that they just don't know what they're doing. It was supposed to be, okay, how can I think about this, and I'll explore a little bit. And one of the things I saw is that people weren't really exploring as much as you know, I would expect. And seeing how people played the original helps, you know, because especially if you do like videos, and if you do make videos, it would be awesome if you would play it and see kind of where you go with it, because I want to know how people actually go through and go about looking how to solve puzzles, how to work out things, because that helps me design levels that people will like and will, you know, will be able to figure out. And some of the things I've found, you know, I've changed a couple of things based on people's videos that I've seen, or I've seen, you know, some of the, you know, here's a puzzle I liked from someone's game. How can I do that without? How can I do something like that, you know, without just copying it from theirs? I don't want to take someone else's puzzle, but I think that there are a lot of good ideas out there that if we kind of put them together and put different spins on them, you can make a really interesting puzzle-based game. You can make, I mean, I've seen some really good puzzle-based Mario games, and that's kind of what I want to do, but I don't want it to just be a puzzle. I want it to be action and platforming, and, you know, you have to kind of figure out what you're doing, but it shouldn't all be safe. It should be kind of dangerous. And that's really my goal with it, is to make something that's challenging, you know, because it's you know, you can't press the buttons that way that quickly, you know, but it's also, hey, how do I do this? I don't know what I'm doing. I want it to be kind of a two-sided thing. And whoa, I'm not sure if I got that balance right in the original. It was either usually, here's this puzzle, you know, here's you know, there's some obscure solution to this puzzle, but, you know, it's not really that hard to do each part of it. Or it was just, okay, here's this killer action sequence that's really straightforward. And I think in the Death Fortress, I started to do more of, you know, you have to think and be able to act. And that was really the only level I think I really did it well in. But I think that was also a massive step up in difficulty on all accounts, and really, I'm going to try and do that more in Death Fortress 2 here, as it really is going to be a sequel to the original Death Fortress, but I'm gonna work on mostly the last area in the original Death Fortress really was, I don't want it to be that hard, and if you've seen it, I'll also try to put a link to the Death Fortress demo. It has the complete Death Fortress, it just doesn't have the rest of the game. That the last area, and you'll probably know it when you get to it. It's by far, probably in my opinion, one of the hardest things I've ever seen in anybody's Mario game. Maybe aside from, you know, like infinite key jumping or something like that. It doesn't have any of that in it, but it does have almost every jump is, you know, extremely precise. Every movement is really tricky and a little bit of a gamble, and you need to know what you're doing, and you need to be able, you really, if you're not using like a controller, I don't even know how you'd even beat it. I know a lot of people just use keyboards, and that's not really gonna cut it for this game or the original. Yeah, so that's been my little preview. There's not really much to see in this game yet. So all I really have is that one level. But I will do a preview of this. Now this level is, as you can see, Mario is a little iffy there. I need to see if I can work on that. Mario's palette is a little weird. He like uses most of his colors you can't modify on a per level basis except like a couple of shades. And if you modify them, if you modify those few shades in a level, we can't let that happen. That's interesting. I've never seen that happen before. Huh. I have really never seen that happen before. That's interesting. But yeah, if you modify those couple of shades, obviously they become whatever color you put them to for that level, but then he looks really odd. And those colors are used by other stuff, so you can't, you can't leave them if you want to change some of the other items that use it. So that was a problem in this level, since I wanted everything to be black and white. That shade, I couldn't leave it the color it was, because then it wouldn't fit with the level. And let's see here. Yeah, you're not supposed to have a cape here. There will be a filter somewhere. I think I'm gonna make this like in a pipe in a level after you do a filter of some kind. Because obviously it's very easy to cheat with a cape. Except this part, apparently. Wait, can I do it that way? Okay, whoa. Well, this is interesting. Okay, so I don't think we can even get through there with the cape, but yeah, we can't go over there, can we? No, okay. Anyway, we'll cut this here, since that's enough of that preview. So